What's up, everybody? My name is Michael Lee Murphy, and I want to talk about convention stuff some more, and you're gonna deal with it. Googly eye.
3, 2, 1, bro.
That's right, everybody. I want to talk about conventions. Last week I talked about budgets. How much money do you like to spend? Are you just a baller, or do you like to make very specific purchases for very specific reasons? Now, one thing that I noticed a lot of people at Gen Con were doing was they were simply pre-ordering games that maybe hadn't come out yet or had just come out, but you could order it and just have it kind of like shipped to your house. Or they were just there to like demo a bunch of stuff. They just wanted to get to know more about games, not just necessarily buy a bunch of things. Now, Nick and I don't have a ton of just spare cash lying around, and we've gotten much more discerning about what games we buy. So what we like to do is pretty much, you gotta try before you buy, baby. You gotta know what you're buying. So we have a local a board game cafe called Game House, which rips. And we use that as kind of our testing grounds for a lot of games. We try something out, give it a play, see what we think, and then if we really dig it, then we start talking about purchasing it. We don't really do blind buying very much anymore. One exception to this was definitely Gen Con. We got a lot of games, and I'm not sure if we'd played a single one of them before we bought it. Now, we lucked out and got a bunch of stuff that we really like because we're pretty aware of our own tastes as board gamers by this point. We know if we're gonna like something, we know if we're really not gonna, and probably wouldn't buy it if we were worried about it. So we managed to get a bunch of really good purchases squared away for ourselves, but there was definitely part of me was like, what if we hate one of these games? Go ahead.
Sorry.
It's all right.
I thought I'd be quieter than that.
You're good. And we kind of thought like, look, if we don't love it, we can probably sell the game for at least what we got for it, maybe a little bit less, and so it ended up being a $10 loss, and like, who cares? That's, you know, a couple of candy bars or whatever the kids buy. And so we weren't too concerned about it, but it was definitely like, oh, we're doing a lot of blind buying. This is not normal. And I'm curious, do you get into that mode too at conventions? At any place where a bunch of new games are kind of around and the atmosphere is definitely a let's buy stuff. I got kind of wrapped up in that a couple times. So do you kind of get wrapped up in that and you're just all about it and you know that's part of the convention season is just buying a bunch of things and seeing what you think? Or do you like to use those conventions as times to really demo a bunch of stuff? Because there was an entire hall at Gen Con that was just full of games being demoed. So you could schedule yourself demo times, play and try all these things, and then maybe go make your purchases. Nick and I were definitely the walk around, if we liked it, we bought it type of thing, but it's mostly on site and a little bit of research, but not actually having gotten the bits in our hands to play it. So there's no right or wrong answer, of course, but that is how we did our Gen Con. Let me know in the comments below if you went to Gen Con, what you got, what you've liked, have you struck out on anything, has there been anything that's really surprised you and it's been a great hit? Let me know in the comments below, and just remember that whether or not you're going to snatch it up and buy it because it's by this company and this person that you like, or if you're very deliberate and you want to really, really know that you're going to love something, the more meta, the more beta.
Click them! Click all these things! There's here. Click the videos. Click the videos. Responsible for Restoration Games. Click that link down below to see them. Click all our social media. Click. Too many videos. Too much stuff. What am I going to do? Too much stuff. I'm drowning all this stuff.